And we are
Hello.
recording! Yay!
Wait, hold on, real quick. If you know the show Mike and Molly, then I imagine like TVK's voice is Mike, just because I really like it. All right, continue with the introduction.
Alright, so, hello, people in the world. We are finally playing after 2 week break. Well, I guess, yeah, 2 week break.
2 weeks and 45 minutes.
And we are late by 45 minutes because there was some weird OBS error that I had to deal with. It was probably all because our entire server was deleted and things were broken in OBS because of it.
Because we're a bunch of degenerates.
We are a bunch of degenerates.
But now we're back from outer space.
Yes. So, unfortunately, again, Brox could not make it, but yeah, there's nothing we can do about that.
He's never
The usual.
Oh, what was that?
The usual.
The usual. Bippy, on the other hand, is MIA for some weird reason, and whenever he wants to
I'm
come
pretty
in,
sure he got pinged over 100 times between the three of us.
Yeah, we're not sorry, Bippin. If you're watching this, you did this to yourself.
This is all your fault.
yeah. But in regards to the campaign, when we last left our intrepid heroes, at least TPK and Will, who are present at the moment, and Mary and Carolina and the mayor, were all pretty much captured by the natives and are now being held trial with the Bison tribe. Uh, they were pretty much hanging out with the Javelina tribe, and because of shenanigans with Mary and TPK, they were they pretty much wrecked the whole place and caused a ruckus.
It wasn't the whole place.
It was pretty much the whole
One
place.
building.
Only. Yeah.
Yeah, and Liam was conveniently left at the camp to, I guess, quote unquote, guard it in case of whatever. So Liam and Cardboard Biscuit are now left alone at the campsite.
No, it's just Liam.
Yeah, it's just Liam. Don't worry, you have access to the rock if you want to use it.
Probably will have to.
Probably will have to.
What? No.
Nah.
Liam can single-handedly take everyone out, save us.
What's the
Then
hand?
take Will out.
Yeah, what is a hand? Jeez. Stay quiet. You're supposed to be mute.
Single-handedly.
But anyways, we should continue off where Liam left off. So, Liam, you are at this empty campsite. You wake up, you see that Cardboard Biscuit is in her tent, but everyone else is pretty much missing. What do?
Well, I'm gonna look for any. First of all, I'm gonna look for any sign of where they could have gone.
Alright, please roll either investigation or perception.
Alrighty. Let me. If my PDF didn't freeze on me. Hold up, refreshing. You said investigation or perception?
Correct.
Alrighty, it's gonna have to be perception because I got no investigation points.
Hey, I mean, I've got a -1 on it, and I still try, man.
Yeah. She's got a -1. It might just be
7.
better to aid another.
That's 7. Alright, unfortunately, you do not see, like, any signs of where they went, but you do see the rock and an empty cauldron of gumbo.
Yes! The perfect nat 20 gumbo.
Well, it's empty now. The rock ate it all.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the rock. I'm gonna look at the rock and just say, "You owe me gumbo now."
Wark, 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 wark. Alright, so what do you do?
Well, I'm gonna try an investigation, see, because I was just looking. Now I'm gonna try actually digging around.
Alrighty.
And that's
You
just
stick your
lucky
nose on
for
the
me.
ground and you're doing it Scooby-Doo style.
19!
19.
See what I tell you.
All right. So you look around and it's okay. So let's first establish the time. It is now pretty much dawn, I guess. The sun is just rising by the time you
Dig
wake up.
around, looking through tents, rummaging
you're
through
looking
their
through tents.
stuff. You can't stop me.
You do look around the campsite. That's where you last saw them before you went to sleep. And then you eventually see like hoof prints on the ground that lead up to a tree. And that is pretty much the extent of your investigation. What do you want to do with this knowledge?
Investigate that tree.
All right. When you do touch the tree, your hoof goes right through it. Do you want to bring Biscuit along, or are you going to do this solo?
When is Biscuit ever here? I know you keep mentioning Cardboard Biscuit, but I'm assuming Liam is just by himself because Biscuit's not here.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. I just want you to like have some assistance in case you need it.
No, I'm gonna do this solo.
Bring the rock.
All right, fine.
Solo round.
All right. So you're gonna investigate. You're gonna do things to the tree.
I'm going to remove my hoof, but I'm gonna just stick my head. Like I'm gonna try to like lean my head closer.
All right.
That's what I do.
That's exactly what TPK did.
Your head cleanly passes through, and you see that you are much closer to the tribal village inside of this large valley. But you are now looking outside of a different tree.
Your head is now also a guillotine.
Can the rock fit in through this portal?
You're not far from your campsite. You still see the rock, but you are like, let's say, about 100 feet away from your campsite.
Well, you said but I can see the campsite from this new spot, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna stick my head back out, and I'm gonna head towards the rock.
All right. Dwayne Johnson looks at you.
It's like we're gonna give that jab when he tried the people's elbow. I'm gonna see if the thing will let me, ride it take to the skies.
Okay, this will be interesting. Please roll animal handling.
Animal handling.
Oh, wait. You're a small sheep, right? Don't
Yeah.
they have a thing for speaking with animals? You're a
Yeah,
lone
speak-
sheep, I mean.
They have speak with animals.
Oh,
Simple sounds and gestures, you can communicate simple ideas with small or smaller people.
Okay, so
yeah.
unfortunately, the rock is a, I think, giant creature. All right, just roll animal handling and let's see where it goes. A 9. Okay, so unfortunately, the rock recognizes that you are not its owner and starts like making these angry bird noises at you.
I'm back on. Thought I could get some help here, but looks like I'm not.
Feed it some gumbo. Maybe you'll get like a plus something to it.
It's probably mad because I said it owed me gumbo. So
Buy
I'm going
its
to search
friendship.
around. I'm going to search around, see if anybody left anything behind that I could use.
Sure.
Oh look, a written letter from TPKs.
So I have to roll like another investigation check.
Yeah. Do an investigation check. 5. Yeah. Unfortunately, nothing.
Gonna be this session.
It's a good thing you're wasting all of these bad rolls on like just investigation checks, though. All right. So unfortunately, nothing seems to be useful to you at the time, other than a sleeping biscuit and a rock.
It's just a cookie with the letter Z on it.
No, didn't you see Throjinx's drawing that I posted earlier? It's a box
Yes.
of it's a box of what do you call those? Digestive biscuits.
Digestive's never here. Well, looks like I'm doing this. Alright, well, I'm just gonna head back up to that tree
All right.
and go right on in.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys have figured this out by now, but it is an actual spell. What is it called? Something something.
Tree, not tree shape.
No. Oh wait.
Tree something something, got it.
I
Well,
can't tree something something in defense.
Something something tree.
let's see. No, it's not walk. Is it like tree stride or something like that? Tree stride, yeah, that's what it is. All right. So you walk through the tree, and you are now like 100 feet closer towards the tribal village. Do you want to continue walking towards it?
Is there any place I could take cover?
There are trees like sparsely scattered about, and more boulders to hide your presence, and tall grass, I suppose.
Well, I'm going to approach the thing, but I'm going to do it very quietly and stealthily.
All right, please roll for stealth. I'd say that's,
14.
I'd say that's good enough. It takes a bit of a walk, but you do eventually get nearer to the tribal village. You see that it is less populated than you'd think it would be right at this moment. What do you do? By the way, the people that you see are like little pig-shaped people.
Make a perception check to see if there's like any sign of the Will and the others.
Alrighty.
No, they're not the Javelina. They're the Vienna tribe. They're tiny
All right.
sausages.
16.
Alright, so you don't see them specifically, but what you do see is a hut that looks pretty much like it was destroyed by something, and your investigations prove that it was very recently destroyed because the Javelinas are pretty much toiling around it trying to rebuild it. But I guess you do see. What will you see?
Did any of us leave anything behind?
I.
A torn
Even
down
if you
wall.
did, I wouldn't have found it.
If you did leave anything behind, I would say that Liam did find it, but I don't think there was anything particular that you guys left behind.
Oh, a handwritten letter from TPK detailing everything that happened.
No, it's just like a little sticky note that says BRB doing stuff.
I mean, Mary.
Oh, wait, did Mary do any of that?
No.
I don't think she did. I think she stopped all of the note leaving back in the town.
Great.
Yeah, she doesn't have to leave notes anymore. Carolina's with you guys. Alright, so, unfortunately, yes, nothing really to tell you where they all went.
Well, I'm gonna sneak my way closer to that destroyed hut.
Alright, another step, please. Okay, hold on. I want to see if I... Yeah, you successfully sneak towards the hut.
Can I like overhear like if they're saying anything or?
Sure thing. Please roll for perception.
Do you know the way? Do you know the way? If you not the way, you do not know the way.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Naturally.
Nat 20. You overhear conversations that they were having about your party members. Apparently, the chiefess of the tribe and a few other tribes members opened a portal that pretty much brought your fellow party members to the Bison tribe that's all the way on the opposite side of this gulch. And they are being put on trial for crimes against the tribes and of the gulch, of the entire gulch.
So they're not even here anymore.
They are not even here anymore.
Did that conversation like tell me like which direction the bison tribe is?
Okay, sure. It's
The opposite side.
it is on the opposite side of the gulch, meaning that it is pretty much north of your current direction.
Well, I'm going to sneak out of this village then. Come on, high roll. 10.
So what were you trying to do?
Just sneak my way out of this village.
No, unfortunately, the Javelinas spot you exiting, and they're like, they cause a sound of alarm and they point towards you. What do you do in this situation?
I'm out of here.
Right,
No way.
bolt for it. What would you do for that? I don't know, just run. What? I don't know what to run. What a run roll would be.
I think you just run and dash. Maybe an athletics if you want to.
Yeah,
Or-
roll opposing athletics checks to me. Because I do have stats for the tribes people.
Well, depending on, is this to grapple? Because if it is
Athletics
No.
or acrobatics?
acro,
Athletics for just general running, I guess.
Athletics
Like I'm trying
or
to run, but at the same
acrobatics.
time, like the moment I'm like trying to get out of sight, I'm gonna try and hide.
Oh, are you gonna like try and hide?
Yeah.
All right, then you can first roll opposing athletics or acrobatics checks to see if you successfully run away from them.
I'm doing acrobatics. See,
All right,
keep my
they are
footing.
also doing acrobatics. Okay, you successfully beat them, so you are a good distance away from them. You can roll stealth if you want to hide. Yeah, you successfully hide. Where do you hide? There are trees, tall grass, boulders, anywhere really.
Tall. Like how tall is this? That's like taller than me.
Yeah, let's say it's taller than you.
Yeah, I'm hiding in the tall grass.
All right. So
Are you
unfortunately,
Pokemon?
yeah, these are not good Pokemon masters. They they cannot find you in the tall grass. Instead, they find like so many Rattatas.
And to increase their CP.
I think we were in a cave. Every 2 steps, Zubat.
Yeah, but
It's like
you were able to successfully run away from them.
Zubat, Geodude.
All right, so they are searching about. They cannot find you. They are not giving up on their search, but you don't have to roll for sneaking. You have successfully stealthed away from them through the tall grass.
So like, am I far enough that I still have to that I don't have to sneak anymore?
You don't
or?
have to sneak anymore. Yeah, you've walked through this tall grass far enough that you've pretty much gone out of their sight. So what do
Alright,
you do?
yeah,
now?
I'm making my way north to the bison tribe.
Wait, are you just gonna leave Biscuit behind?
As I said, Biscuit was never there.
Solo round.
All
And
right.
when I said I was gonna make this a solo rescue mission, I meant it.
Okay.
Wait, Galarian.
So how do you?
Hold on, opposite side of the gulch, man. That's pretty far.
Remember,
Oh.
it takes 2.5 months to get to the opposite side of. Oh, wait, no, 1.5 months to get to the opposite
You
side of the gulch.
you might want to go back and try the bird again. Saying.
Sure.
He can make it. The trial problem.
We're gonna
water run.
head back towards that portal.
Okay. You reach the tree again, and then you come back to your camp. You see the rock, like, just
I
lying
guess I
there.
have to use Biscuit. Cardboard Biscuit.
All right, so you wake up, Cardboard Biscuit.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is it? Oh, that's why. So, Biscuit's sign gets off of her cot. And she looks at you, and
Finally.
signally, and says, "I'm never there." How do you respond?
I'm taking the sign and then placing it on the rock.
All right,
No. Hold on, no. What you do is you grab the sign and you put it above your face, like you're just holding it in front of your face, and then go up to the rock.
All right. The Rock is instantly fooled. No. So Biscuit
Come on.
convinces The Rock. I guess you tell like what has happened to Biscuit.
Yeah.
All right. She convinces The Rock to let you ride it, and you are now on the back of this rock, flying off. Unfortunately,
Biscuit's left
because it is a giant bird in the presence of the Javelina tribe, um, they are extremely frightened by this bird and are now launching like projectiles towards it. Please roll an acrobatics check to dodge.
Oh.
All right, that is good enough. You successfully fly away, and you are now heading northward. All right, so let us go back to the players who are at trial.
They've murdered everybody.
Yeah. So we come back to the corpses of TPK and Will.
No, the other murdered everybody.
Okay. Let's set up the scene. So the giant portal that the Javelin has opened up opens up into this newer area. It is more sparsely decorated. It has shorter grass. There's more patches of dirt all throughout this thing. It is another giant valley. You're not quite sure where. But you do see a new tribal village ahead of you. The Javelinas pretty much like bring you towards this village. And in this village you see the imposing figures of these giant buffaloes. The buffaloes kind of like conglomerate around you guys. And
then they bring you to the courtroom.
yes. What do you call this? Cornered starts playing in the background.
I swear, if it's not.
Oh. What would have happened if Liam Nat won on that dodge check?
I wouldn't think courtroom. I wouldn't think that it's quarantine just yet.
Anyways. Oh, not ski. There we go. The largest of the buffaloes comes towards you and kind of like questions in his booming voice. Javelinas, what are you doing bringing these outsiders into our tribe? And the Javelina chiefess replies, Chief Lakota, these are these outsiders bear the badges of the deputy. They are obviously part of the, wait, what's it called? Stonebridge village, town, outside of our town, outside of our gulch. We are here to bring them trial for forsaking our holy lands. The
TPK will look down at his badge right now.
Yeah, the chief spots the badge on your lapel and kind of like gruffly snorts and says, "Understood. Bring them into our village." What does TPK and Will do at this moment?
About how many bison are we surrounded by? Also,
A lot.
do you have art needed?
Okay, so the buffalo don't number as much as the Javelinas, but they're so large and imposing that by I guess area coverage alone, they pretty much are the same amount.
So like how many? Like 6?
Okay, so imagine if there were like I say, let's say if there was like 10 javelinas to one of you, there are now like 5 bison to you.
Mhm.
Alright.
Okay.
What was your second question, Will? Because I heard you saying something else.
Oh, I was just worried about music. Can that be played on the stream, or do you have that muted or something? You probably do. My bad.
No, it's actually playing. I can turn it off if you want.
Oh, no, I know MIDI mutes the thing. That's all.
No, I don't mute the music. I just have headphones on.
So TPK is actually going to raise his hoof up and try and speak and say, he's gonna be like, fuck, I gotta get back into the voice. Okay, got it. I did my vocal exercises. He's going to say, if I could get a word in.
The buffalo chieftain kind of like growls and says, "You shall not speak unless spoken to, outsider."
Okay, good. You're speaking to me now. Okay, so is he gonna give me?
Yeah, go on.
Okay. He's just gonna look at me while I do this, while I give him sass.
Yes.
Okay,
but
so
be careful of your words.
okay, so I say I do say, okay, good, you're talking to me now. So I believe this is a misunderstanding. This badge, we are not with who you think we are associated with.
And how may we believe you?
If I may speak freely right now, would that be all right?
You have one chance, cattle.
Okay.
One chance, one opportunity.
One chance, one opportunity.
Mom spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti.
Spaghetti. That's all TPK says is just mom spaghetti.
They are so moved that they give you 300 gold.
Somebody put my spaghetti.
Oh no.
Anyway, no. Okay, so TPK is gonna do that cartoony like gulp down his throat like thing.
All right.
And exhales just like I did. And he's going to say, so to start off, what I believe the misunderstanding is you think that this badge represents our allegiance, association, one of those. Like we're with the deputies from Stonebridge, and that is actually not the case. While I do carry this badge, it was a gift from the sheriff himself. But here's where the real misunderstanding comes. I'm sure that you are aware that there was a barrier, a great barrier, just not that long ago, cutting off.
Yes. How did you get through this barrier?
So we found out, me and my team, when we came to Stonebridge, we were outsiders, just as we are outsiders to your tribe now. We came in and through a very long series of events, found out that the sheriff and the deputies were corrupt in Stonebridge. Me and my party did our best to take care of the problem. And once we took down the sheriff, the barrier came down. And so we are on our way through this valley. And I assume that this badge holds a lot of weight to it. Without proper context, me just wearing this badge would set off some very bad mixed feelings, like I assume it did.
Will kind of gives TPK a worried look while all this is going. Well, concerned is a better word.
Yeah, there you go.
While they're talking.
Okay, as you say this, the Javelina chiefess actually walks up towards the Buffalo Chief and kind of like whispers in his ear something. Do you want to listen in? If you can.
Will they notice if I
Um,
am?
Yeah, perception. You can roll for perception if you want to listen.
Will's
Um,
face right there.
Perception, 16.
Yeah, I'll try to find.
Alright.
I believe in you, TPK.
21 hit me.
21. Unfortunately, neither of those are good enough.
Oh. That's,
I rolled
Well,
high. I rolled
works.
high on her whisper. It was 25.
Oh wow. I mean, like I didn't really want to actually, but I was just like, why not?
Yeah.
Try.
So, no, unfortunately, you were not able to hear what she said. The
So
chief kind of like.
I just want to say real quick that as I was done talking, that I kind of stiffen up and just kind of hold my head high, just leave it to fate, kind of look.
Alright. So the chief, the bison chief, looks back at you, kind of snorts and yells to his tribesmen, "Bring them to the court!"
Okay, now this would have been the good time to start the music.
Yeah.
I thought you already were in the court.
No, apparently not.
Yeah, by the way, oh yeah, I forgot. The chief of the Bighorns is also there, so there are actually 3 chiefs in your presence right now.
I don't. When you say big horns, I just imagine the yaks from the show, just like really big horns.
Yeah, so, the 3 chiefs pretty much sit on, I guess, wooden chairs in front of you in this, like, grandstand of an area. It's sort of like a divot in the ground that sort of acts sort of like a, I guess, arena of sorts. And you are at the bottom of this arena, surrounded by bisons and a few javelinas, and the chieftains at the front. The Bighorn chief kind of like knocks his hoof on a surface, sort of like a gavel, and says, "The trial against the outsiders has been... I don't know how trials are done.
Has begun.
Has begun. Would the accused like to speak on the
Order in the court.
Order in the court, I say. Order.
Would the accused like to speak before they are tried?
That's us, right?
Yes.
They're forced to represent themselves.
We've been framed!
We've been ready. Well, yeah, but yeah, I would actually like to. TPK stands up, or like I guess walks forward, and I look at the Bighorn chief, the Bison chief, and the Javelina chief.
All right.
Well, I look at the chiefs in general. Sorry, that image is just like, God, that would be Will right now. I walk forward and I say, Your Highness? No, not Your Highness. I wouldn't bow, but like I'd be Your Excellencies?
Whatever. Yeah. Go on.
Whatever. Yeah, you 3, but in like saying you 3 would get like whatever. I say, I believe that the facts that we represent, not the facts, but like what we say will, our explanation will clear up all of the misunderstandings that you have about us. And I guess that would be it. I don't have much else.
All
Will
right,
kind of
all right.
start sweating.
Oh yeah, you.
Not
Mary.
necessarily.
Mary is just scaredly shouting "moo" all over and over again.
No, Mary's on a bit of a trip of her own, if you know what I mean. Took one too many pills.
Oh no.
All right, so so the Javelina chief says, kind of like also bangs her hoof on the ground and says, "Then trial has begun. The accused stand today of defiling sacred grounds and attacking our tribes. Those who have held the deputy badge from the Stonebridge town have once attacked us many times in the past. And because of this, safety measures had to be put in place and a barrier was put. But considering it has been removed, we can only ascertain that they have somehow managed to get around this, and that the sheriff is on his way right now to attack us. What say you of your crimes?
Alright, so since I'm the only speaker currently in the team, by the way, are Carolina and the mayor with us?
Yes. They'll
Okay.
speak if you want them to speak.
Okay, so I will need the mayor in a bit, but I will start. So, I will start by standing up and I guess taking a step forward and saying, "Your honors?" Sure, let's go with that. Your honors. As I said previously, when we entered the tribe, me and my team were what's it called sweating balls over here. Me and my teammates were outsiders to Stonebridge, and only recently did we enter Stonebridge. We were not natives of there, but when we entered, we knew that there was something wrong, and over a few days, we slowly unraveled that the sheriff and most of his deputies were corrupt and plotting something evil, I guess. Evil within the town under the mayor's nose. And I gestured to the mayor with us,
Alright.
who is right there.
Go on.
Okay, through a series of events that I would more than have liked to go smoother, we defeated the sheriff and his corrupt deputies. And what did we do with them? Did we put them in a jail or something after?
The sheriff was put in
There was a
prison.
jail.
Yes.
Alright, we imprisoned them, much to the irony of that situation. And we gave the sheriff position to his only good deputy, the only one who had ever helped us in that situation. The mayor here can attest to the goodness in Deputy Durango's heart. And Mayor, take it away.
Alright.
I need him to say his part of the events.
I can concur with my fellow adventurers
Associate.
here. Unfortunately, my town was bedraggled by the sheriff who had pretty much taken power, and he had some sort of nefarious plan that I am unaware of for the town and definitely the natives in here. But I can assure you that it's all done and over with. We had put him away, and he is of no danger anymore.
And I want to step back in if the mayor's good.
Yeah, and the Bighorn chieftain, kind of like adjusts in his chair and looks down at you and says, "Yes, you say all this, but may we have some proof?"
Will goes sticking through his bag.
Do we still have the forged documents?
Do you?
No, we don't. I handed them to the editor
the
to
newspaper guy.
post them.
Damn.
I have poorly wrought maps of the town. Oh, I have a library card. That's exactly what Will does. He pulls out the library card and kind of... Oh, it's not exactly evidence, but...
Wait, hold on. If we're gonna play this, like a Phoenix Wright game, then that is evidence. And even if it doesn't help the situation, you can choose to do that.
You're not wrong.
Library card.
You're not-
That's it. This library card. That's it. That'll be
Okay,
the
take
nail
that.
in this coffin.
Library card added to evidence.
Oh God. So the Bighorn chief asks for that, and
Will
I-
kind of goes
Oh,
digging.
it's playing the ball. Yeah. Okay, so what do
yeah,
you
do that.
pull?
Cue the trial one again. So TPK hears this and looks kind of dejected a bit, and admits that I don't believe we have any physical proof of this. I'm sorry that we can't offer any proof of this. Only our words and our actions.
Then what is
Well-
point in having this trial when you can't even prove your innocence?
Meanwhile, Will is kind of digging amongst his back and tossing a few things out.
Wait, what were you
You
doing
just,
with the
like-
library card, anyways?
Just as it's a library card from the town, proof that it was like that we were at least there. Did we do anything? He's got the poster, the book. The book isn't very good evidence.
Which one of you had the book Art of War? Card of War?
That was Will.
Yeah, that is a great evidence to show in this court. Alright.
Well,
How about you, TPK? Do you have anything on you that will help?
Nothing really. I've got, I got the sheriff's badge. I got the manacles. I've got my, what's called priest's collar, and I've got my own insignia of rank from the cows, but I don't think that would help anything. Yeah, I've really got not a lot.
Alright.
Will has a fan.
Will has what?
A fan
Oh,
and some
fan.
jewelry.
Okay.
But Will kind of tosses out the poorly wrought maps, the library card, and just for this. Wait, did I get a receipt with the poker set I bought?
Sure.
Okay. Well, he tosses those things out and keeps digging, looking for something else,
Alright.
even if there is.
I guess
The
I
book.
guess with what I have, I'm gonna be like, Your Honors, we don't have any proof of taking down the sheriff. However, we can prove that we were at least in Stonebridge. These items. There's like a library card with like a really crude picture of Will, and like on the back, it's got like his handwriting, and foot writing.
What are hands?
The Bighorn tribe leader kind of like raises his hoof and says, "You don't need proof. The chief of your town is right there with you."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Will kind of goes a little wide-eyed.
I'm gonna like look at Carolina and be like kind of like raise my eyebrows, like, you got anything for this?
Okay.
Kinda
Let's see what's in her inventory.
Yeah, ask the assassin.
I'm just saying, we're kind of out of options right now. We're not in the best
Oh.
position.
Wait a minute.
Okay. Let's see what's in her inventory. Weapons.
I have an awful idea.
Oh no. She has weapons, plans
And
for
weapons.
killing.
10 minutes.
And weapons, and weapons, and weapons.
What is the
He has
mayor?
like 200 guns,
Um,
3 bazookas,
Will,
a severed head.
Will,
shrunken head.
You know, actually, I just realized something.
Go
Will
on.
goes into his bag, he keeps looking, and he brightens up a little bit, and he wait. Do I have to make a check to cast a spell? What sort of thing do I have to do to cast a
No,
spell unnoticed?
just
cast it.
Oh, just to unnoticed stealth or sleight of hoof.
Sleight of hoof or what now?
Stealth.
Can I try deception?
Sure.
God.
Oh
okay.
yeah. Okay, so what do you? That succeeds. What do you do?
Okay, so from the bag, he pulls out a hand, or not, what are hands? A hoof-written letter from the mayor, thanking them for taking out the sheriff, and a good summary of what happened.
A good summary, not a great one, but a good one.
All right.
And political things,
So, like,
maybe.
do you hand it
As
to
much
TPK?
political things as he would.
Do you hand it to TPK or someone,
oh no.
or do you just bring it out?
He kind of holds it up a little.
The bison leader asks you to come forward and show it to you.
He kind
I'll show it
of.
to him, not you. Shoot.
Will does. He moves that. He gets out of. I assumed he was in a chair, but he might not be. I don't know.
You guys are just standing in the middle of this pit.
Okay. So Moo. What?
No.
Moo.
The sheep is
Will.
mooing. It is obviously a witch. Burn it.
Will kind of. Huh. How far would you let me take silent image? Snow.
Depends. Tell me what you want to do.
I just want to open it up and have there be a letter in the envelope or whatever it is.
I thought it was just a letter already.
Okay, in that case, I don't know. I didn't describe it enough. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a letter. My bad. He kind of shows it. He makes it face the person still in his hoof, though.
All right.
Bighorn.
So the bison leader kind of looks down at it, and then kind of like has this confused look on his face, and then shoves it towards the bighorn leader. It's in phoneme writing.
Oh.
Common?
It's in common, and
Oh god.
the bighorn leader like looks down at it, and then silently reads it. And then the the bison leader looks down at you and says, "So what is this about?"
Well,
I look over at Will.
Will kind of tilts his head and wait. Did they actually take the letter?
Yeah, the letter is in
Oh, no.
bighorn tribe's hooves right now.
If I didn't make it clear, that was silent image.
Oh,
So that
I was
wasn't
just gonna
real.
pass through.
wait,
Yeah.
no, okay. It's on their table right now because you rolled a 21, but they're not actually like touching it or holding onto it. But he is reading it.
Okay, good. Well, kinda. It's kinda hard to whisper into someone's ear when you can't talk. So, is there a? How can I be discreet about it? Let me think. Is there a way to?
You could minor illusion a
Actually,
sign and talk.
Yeah, yeah, but we're kind of surrounded in the middle of a court, aren't we?
We are.
I feel like at least someone would see that. So it has to look like. What would it be? What would the word be? Bird.
It has to be discreet.
Wait a minute. Ooh. TP. Well, okay. Well, let's gonna take a shot in the dark here. He creates a sign, sort of next to TPK. Not necessarily next to. And he's gonna try to look the least suspicious he could with it. And all it says on that sign is moo. Because
Moo?
Will, it says moo. Because Will has bovine as a language.
Oh, okay.
And it that moo just says illusions. hopefully TPK picks up from there.
So the moo that he spelled says illusions,
Yes.
and I look at it
Illusion.
and I'm like, So wait, so what was the last question that the Chiefs asked?
What the letter was about. But he's waiting for like Will to speak up.
Okay. Will kind of, in that case, on the front side, or I guess he kind of dispels the sign, and he creates another one in front of him that says,
Okay.
"Oh no!"
Once you conjure the sign, all of the bisons suddenly like get into this aggressive position.
So I'm gonna be like, wait, hold on. Like I'm up, like stand on my back hooks and be like, hold up, raise my arms. Hold up, wait. My friend, God, I gotta be so voice cracky. My friend is, my friend means no harm. This is how he communicates.
The Javelina leader looks back towards the buffalo and says, "He is lacking of tongue. He cannot speak." So, leader of your party, please continue.
All right, I guess I motion to Will and tell him.
And then the Javelina kind of like scowls at you and says, "Not you, the sheep in front of us right now."
TPK is gonna look at, like, tilt his head and raise an eyebrow. He'll be like, Will is not the leader, but okay.
You don't know that.
So I motion to Will and be like, go on. Like, continue with the making the sign.
Okay. Well, I've run into a problem. If they can't read the... Wait, so can they actually read the letter, or do
Yeah,
they just not know?
they read it, they haven't touched it.
One of them...
Longhorn guy.
Yeah, the bighorn guy is the only guy who can read it right now.
Okay. Well, that means he's the only guy that can read Will's signs, too. So, I guess he sort of gestures to him a little bit, and points the sign towards him, and just, the sign says, it's a thank you letter. That's about it.
Alright. The bighorn leader finishes reading and says, "It is essentially a letter about the three of them and two others fighting to assist the town in ridding it of its corrupt what do you call them?
Deputies and sheriffs?
Officials?
Yeah, but what do you call it? The sheriff's office. There's a term for them. Whatever.
Maybe.
Yeah.
The law?
The law!
The law! Criminal scum!
The law of their town. Considering that it was the law of their town that attacked us, this is good evidence for them.
I'm gonna look at Will and I'm gonna be like, I didn't know we had that.
He kind of discreetly kicks you in the leg.
And then the Javelina leader looks back towards him but says, "This is good news for them, but be aware that the person you're speaking to is well versed in magic. How do you not know that this letter is not, in fact, one of his illusions?"
Sweating bullets.
Sweat bullets, post the image again.
What do you have to say? So the buffalo looks down at you.
Oh,
What do
I
you have to say
got
for
another reaction. I have I literally
All
have
right.
like over 250 reaction
The
phases.
sweating
on my
bullets, the best sweating bullets one you can find.
Okay. Well,
So, were you gonna do something, Lujan?
yeah, Will is gonna kinda... He's gonna... He's gonna look over... Is the letter within reach?
Sure.
Okay. Will is going to pick up the letter, or mock pick up the letter, and move it as he does so, because he can, and or sorta. And he moves over to TPK and kind of looks at him with a pleading look as much as he can, gives him the puppy dog eyes, and kind of gestures to the letter. Um, behind Will, a sign appears that's, I guess, next to Will. I don't know. Directions are weird.
Sure.
It says, you can. The sign says, if you can touch it, it's real. And hopefully, it's within range of TPK to see.
I mean, you're in front of me, so I'd assume yes.
Yeah.
Alright,
So-
so
Uh.
TPK, what do you want to do?
I guess. Should I grab the letter? I hold out my hoof for the letter. I guess.
Alright.
Does Will hand it, hoof it over?
Will kind of. He didn't think this through. He kinda,
Just put it there.
he puts the letter there and makes it not. He keeps it at level with the hoof.
Both
Yes,
of you,
that's
please
exactly
roll
what-
for
Will right now.
deception.
What was that, perception?
Oh no! Oh no!
Yes.
Okay,
Okay, wait. I have a thing that lets me reroll ones and twos.
that is true.
Oh
No.
yeah.
God.
Oh yes.
Okay,
We are pulling this off so well.
you are so lucky. Okay, so you,
That's great.
TPK convincingly holds your fake illusion up for discretion, and all of the tribes, being well versed in magic themselves, realize that this cannot be an illusion. You're holding it properly.
I imagine it was like you know those waiters in like fancy like ballroom kind of places where they just like holding a tray of like champagne glasses. I imagine it was like the trade-off of one of those, and you're trying to keep it as level as possible.
It's
So yeah, so I guess they see the hoof off, and do they really think that?
Yeah. So
Cool.
they kind of like discuss amongst themselves quietly, and they're taking their sweet time, but they are now discussing in quiet. Let us return to Liam.
How much sweet time?
I don't know. Let's go back to Liam. Oh my god.